Hello, everyone. Am I live? Okay, let me see. Okay, yes, I'm live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this amazing festival. I've been watching it since the morning. It's so enlightening, and I'm so happy to be here. So for all of you who don't know about me, my name is Iqra Reza. I'm a holistic psychotherapist. I'm a wellness trainer and a master coach. I'm also a founder of this online course, which is called Heal, Learn, Transform. It is IPHM accelerated. I teach holistic techniques in this course to everybody who is willing to live a free life. So if you are willing to join it, you can always join it. Okay, so today's topic is inner child healing. And this talk is a part of this IPHM Wellness Festival. And I'm so excited to share it with you, what exactly inner child healing is. If there are any questions, anything, you can ask the questions and I can answer you, or I can take the question separately. You can send me an inbox and I can answer you. So we will see how it goes. So, inner child healing. I don't know if you all are familiar with it. Inner child healing is a very, very powerful tool. And I have, with my own experience, with my own therapy experience, I've seen that inner child healing does wonders. I've seen like transformations in one sessions, the blocks that people, my clients, even myself, I've done inner child sessions on myself and I've seen amazing results. So I can vouch on it and my clients vouch on it. So I know that inner child healing is very, very powerful. So I will start with a little bit of introduction. I will tell you what inner child healing is. Then we will go forward with how to figure out that you need inner child healing. And then we will move forward to a small meditation and then we will wrap it up. So I just want to see if it is going perfectly fine. Yeah, it is, I think. Yeah, it is fine. Okay. Okay, perfect. Okay. So let's start with the introduction. What exactly inner child healing is? So a lot of people, I've been asked this question day before yesterday, and somebody asked me that, isn't it that we are just going and living in the past when we are healing the inner child? So when we talk about inner child healing, it doesn't mean that you need to go back and live in your past. If something is triggering you, something is bothering you in your present, we all want to live a free life at the end. That's what the goal is. Either it is meditation, or it is Reiki, or it is mindfulness. What are we looking at? We are looking at freedom. We want to live free. We want to live a aware life. So I personally feel that if we have stuck inner children, so if we have stuck inner children, it's very difficult for us to live a free life. And it is very normal to have these triggers, these inner children triggers. It's very, very normal. But, uh, um, but to be very honest, if you, how do you figure it out? So let's start with that. If you are a people pleaser, if you're not able to live a life that you want to live, if you are not living a life, a happy life, if you're not content with your day-to-day things, if you feel that you get triggered with people around you very easily, that means that you have a wounded inner child inside you. So it's very, very important to figure out if things are not letting you live a free and a happy life. If it's not letting you do that, please go ahead and do an inner child healing, because you will figure out that there is definitely a stuck inner child inside you that's not letting you live a free life. That's for sure, 100%. Okay, so I have people entering the room. Okay. Okay, so coming back to inner child healing. So I was talking about what it is. So we all had a childhood, we all were children once. And a lot of times what happens is that through social conditioning, through how we've been brought up, through the circumstances, the situations that we are living in, we tend to, we've been like, unfortunately or fortunately, I don't know what to say, but according to me, unfortunately, we are brought up in a society where most of the times we've been told to suppress the emotions that we have. And just because we don't know how to deal with the emotions correctly, we have frozen inner children within us. So when we grow up, those inner children, they had a perception. every situation that they went through, they concluded something. And as an adult, the adult life became a byproduct of what we experienced as a child. So it's very important that if you have any behavioral issues, if you are unable to lose your weight, if you're unable to live a happy life, you're unable to uh, stop smoking, if you're unable to be happy, there are a lot of people who come to me and say, I have everything in the world, but I'm not happy. And when we go into the regression session, when we go into the session, we see that there is a stuck inner child who is not able to feel happy, who doesn't know how to feel happy. So as the adult, you go back and you give that child that love and that affection, and then eventually that child feels free and happy. So it's a very, very powerful technique. And let me tell you one more thing. It's not only through hypnosis and regression that I've seen that inner child healing is very powerful. I've seen it in other modalities as well. So when we do coaching, when we do family constellation therapy, a lot of times I've experienced that children tend to repeat the patterns that their parents had. So it's again inner child who said out of love that I'm going to live the pattern that you're living because I'm sharing the burden with you. So that child is taking on to that load that a parent has been through, or you sometimes see in your life that sometimes you will see in your life that you will repeat a pattern your parent was repeating, was living, or maybe a health issue, underlying health issue, cholesterol, diabetes, high blood pressure that your parents had, and you will end up having it. It's the inner child that is taking up on it out of love and loyalty. So, inner child is not only, it's not just that in hypnosis and in regression, we see inner child, we see inner child in every modality. So, I personally know that it is the most powerful technique. So, when we talk about traumas, what kind of traumas are they? So there are big traumas. Of course, there are very, very big traumas that we talk about. We see child abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse, verbal abuse, but there are some small traumas as well, which the child perceives as really big, as if like throwing away their favorite soft toy. So in a lot of sessions, that throwing away the soft toy ended up in bringing becoming an adult, having insecurity as an adult. So so we can't say that a trauma is small or big. A trauma is a trauma, and we all have been through it. We all have lived as a child, and we all have perceived things differently. So if anything in your life uh, I would say disturbs you, if you feel that you're not able to move forward in life, if you're self sabotaging, if you feel that you're procrastinating, if you feel that you're binge eating, I highly recommend to go back to your inner child and see what is wrong and just be with the child. I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong with you, there's nothing wrong with me, there's nothing wrong with anybody else. It's just that we need to accept each other, accept the inner child with love. That's what we need to do. If we are aware of a pattern, if we are aware of something that is going on in our life or that was there, then it's just there. The healing is already there. So the traumas that we face as children, we we tend to become the byproduct of those traumas as adults. So if there is anger, if there's resentment, if there's people pleasing, if there's any kind of such issues, that means that as a child, the inner child in us is wounded and it needs healing. But today I have this really interesting session with you. So I'm a very experimental therapist because I just don't use one therapy, like one modality. I use different modalities with my clients. I use EFT, hypnosis, regression, chakra healing. I do a lot of work. And I found out, like I just said, that inner child healing is really, really powerful. And I saw in a lot of cases a child, so if we read about inner child healing, it's mostly said that a child is not resourceful, the child is weak, the child is sad, the child is small. But to be very honest, we all were born resourceful. We all had all the resources within us the day we were born in this world. Whatever story that we decided we're going to live, whatever circumstances that we decided we're going to live, we had the resources already within us to deal with them. So what happens is that a lot of times we get stuck into the pattern, into the story so much that we forget to use the resources that are within us. So today, with the meditation that I'm going to do with you, I'm going to connect you with the resource that you need for your situation right now. Whatever that resource is that is needed right now, whatever your story is, whatever is going on in your life, whatever it is, I'm going to connect you with that child who was resourceful, who is resourceful. It can be the child who came in the world with that resource, but over the period of time, with the social conditioning, with whatever programming that we got, with whatever upbringing that we got, with whatever situations that you and me, we all were, we forgot to use that resource that we need right now in our life to achieve something that we are not achieving. So at the end, I will do a meditation and you will connect with that inner child who is resourceful, because there is a resourceful child in you as well. So coming back to inner child healing, when we talk about inner child healing, there are a lot of school of thoughts. There are a lot of school of thoughts that, so it's always, they say that go back and rescue the child. But, but I've seen that a lot of times the adult wants to get rescued as well. So once you connect the adult with the child, the feeling of completion, the integration that you get as an adult, it's magical. Trust me, it's magical. Because as I say, inner child healing is your magical journey. And I've just written a book and it will be published very, very soon. You will see it's a healing journal, and you can just buy the book and you can just start writing through it. And as you end the book, you will be able to heal one aspect of your life. Because I really felt that journaling, writing down your emotions, understanding the patterns of your life, being aware of what's happening in your life really, really shifts everything around you. Because as we say, seeing is doing. So if you see it, that means you are ready to move to the next level of your life. Okay, so when we talk about inner child healing, uh, inner child healing is very, very powerful if you are going through any kind of anxiety, any kind of physical issues, depression, sadness, anything it is, because we always start with inner child healing. We see that which child, which age of you, which part of you feels stuck, or which part of you feels traumatized, or which part of you feels unaccepted or not happy. And then we move forward with that. So for all of you who has joined this session today, it's your time to connect with your resource and to understand what's going on in your life. So if there's any deeper work that you're planning to do, if there's any kind of deeper work that you want to do, if there's anything that you are willing to do on yourself, I'm always available to facilitate you. And you can even contact any therapist, anybody, if you feel that you have these underlying issues that you don't understand, you don't have control over. Because when we say now, oh, you're a big girl, you can handle it, you're a big man, you can handle it, sometimes we can't handle it. Sometimes yes, you are strong, you are capable, you can do things, but things are not in your control because you don't understand. The moment you understand the reason behind it, there's already a movement, there's already a shift in your space. So let's talk about childhood traumas, a little bit of that. So let's talk about that. So what kind of childhood traumas can cause a stuck or a wounded inner child? So it can be parents not being available. So I had a client, and with her, she was just one child, hands-on parents, everything. But then the parents had to go through some financial issues. They had some crisis and they didn't have money, so they were so busy at work that that girl felt unloved, and that unloved feeling was playing in her life, in her real life, and she was unable to find a good partner for herself. So when I did the session with her and we went back into her childhood and we saw that how old was she and what was happening, and she said, my parents are really busy at work, they don't have time for me, I'm going to the festivals alone, I'm doing everything alone. And then she figured out that they had no other choice, because as a child she perceived that I'm unloved, and just because she felt unloved, she closed her down, she closed her heart chakra down, and she said, okay, now I'm not open to love. And then she wasn't finding a nice partner. The moment she healed herself, she opened herself up to love and possibilities. So that's how that's actually amazing, because that's how powerful your inner children can be. The conclusion that we make as a child, they can actually become really, really, they can really impact your life. Okay. So it can be even living with divorced parents, one of the parents not being available, being an adoptive child, um, not being able to express yourself as a child, living in a home where there are too many siblings and you feel that you're unheard, then then you feel that you've been given more responsibilities that than you deserved, but you don't know that. So until or unless you first figure out, so how do you figure out? You first figure out what the problem is. So the problem is, for example, I'm giving you an example. So for example, the problem is that I'm binging eating, okay? So or I'm always depressive, or I have everything, but I'm not happy, but I'm not successful in my relationship. So first of all, we need to figure out what the problem is. So once we figure out the problem, then we go to the solution. That's how we work. So it's very important to understand what the problem is. Once we figure out that this is a pattern, this is a problem that we don't want to take forward in life, and then of course, any therapist, anybody can help you out with it, and you can figure out that what you want and what you need with that. I hope it is all making sense. I hope you all are connecting with it. I hope, inner child, if there are any questions, please feel free to ask me, because we still have a little bit of time and I'll be doing the meditation at the end. So you can connect with your resourceful child. So what are other reasons that so a lot of people ask me that how do we tell that we have a wounded inner child? And I've told you already that if you have behavioral patterns, if you have relationship patterns, if you have things that are out of your control, that means that child in you is controlling you. That insecurity or that feeling of loneliness or the feeling of sadness is already there. The child is already showing itself to you because you have no control over it. You just need to facilitate that child. So initially, I always suggest that go to a therapist and get a professional help. And eventually, once you start working with the child is comfortable with you, the child trusts you, then you can work with yourself. And how do you work on your own? I will tell you that in just next moment. So how do you work with your inner child? So what do you do? First of all, you connect. You connect with yourself. You look at yourself in the mirror. You look into your eyes and you tell yourself, I accept you. Because a lot of us go through acceptance issues. Trust me, it's a journey. It's a constant journey that we all are in, and we're all together in this. So the anger, the pride, the prejudice, the sadness, the weakness, everything that we experience in life, it's all a byproduct of that. Because the first thing that is difficult is when you are saying, please feel free. Yes, please, please, please. Yeah. So what it is, it's us not accepting ourselves completely. So if you want that your child show you itself, what is it that you need to do? You need to create a happy, healthy space for that child. So at least the child can trust you that, okay, fine, my misery is over or my stress is over and I can trust her. So for that matter, you need to accept yourself completely. And I usually do that with EFT as well. If like you, we've had a session in the afternoon, which was with for EFT. If you guys are familiar with EFT, you can connect with your inner child with EFT as well, because all of a sudden there is somebody around you and that person will trigger you and you will start feeling very angry. So what you do is you do EFT, even though there is a part of me that, what is that part? That part is your inner child. There is a part of me that is feeling extremely sad. I choose to heal and integrate that part of me. I love and accept myself totally and completely. And you say that, and then you see the consequences. What are the consequences of it? What are the consequences? So when you're feeling sad, everybody around you can pick up your sadness. They can see. It's EFT, it's not DFC, it's EFT. It's emotional freedom technique. So you can connect with your inner child with EFT as well. And then on the second part, when you say, okay, so there's a part of me that is feeling very sad, then you move forward and you say that there was a part of me that was feeling extremely sad, but I choose to heal and integrate that part of me. I love and accept myself totally and completely. And then you place your hands here and you breathe 7 times. And the moment you breathe, you will feel a release, a shift in you. It's really, really powerful. You will only feel it once you will do it. I hope it is helpful for you. So what happens is that a lot of times we are in a space where we are trying to pull other people down, or we are trying to, we see people around us who are trying to pull you down. It's like we are attracting, the inner child is attracting such people around you. So what you can do is you can work on yourself. You can figure out what part of you feels unworthy, or what part of you feels not in control, that you're attracting dysfunctional relationships, or you're attracting health issues, or you're attracting problems that are not healthy for you. So what else we can talk? Okay, so let me tell you what else we have. So let me tell you, how do you heal? How do you, the ways to deal with your inner children on your own. So once you've done a few sessions, once you've connected with yourself, how you can connect with your inner children. So first of all, the most important thing is that you tell yourself that I love you, I accept you, I forgive you for whatever it is, whatever situation that you're in, whatever is going on in your life, whatever you're looking for, whatever you're striving for. You tell yourself that I accept you completely. I forgive you completely. It's the first step to connect with your inner child. And then go through your childhood pictures, connect with your childhood. Sometimes the coping mechanism is so strong that we shut ourselves down. We shut ourselves to healing. We shut ourselves to moving forward in life. We shut ourselves to relationships. So the moment we start looking at the pictures, we start connecting with the inner child, and we feel the love towards the inner child. It's very, very important. Then journaling. Journaling is very important. Whenever something gets triggered, write it down. I do write it all the time, and I tell this to all my clients to write your feelings down, and I know how powerful it is. So I would suggest that you write down whenever you feel angry, write down. And the moment you start writing it, the moment you start journaling, you'll be amazed to see the things that will come up. Like unexpected things will come up, and the moment you will be aware of what is happening inside. Somebody's talking, I think. Is there a question? Okay, I think somebody needs to mute. Okay. Okay, so we are moving forward. Okay, so do an inner journey. Connect with a therapist, do meditation, inner child meditation, and see what's happening inside you. It's really, really going to help you, because I remember when I started my journey, I got a lot of inner child sessions done on me, and I saw big, big results. That's why I always vouch on it. So we're going to do a small meditation on inner child healing, if you all are ready. So I'm going to move forward. If there are any questions, please ask me so I can move forward. We still have 5 minutes and then I will start with the meditation. So if there are any questions, please ask me. And even creative visualization that I'm going to do with you guys right now, creative visualization is really going to help. So today what we are going to do is we are going to connect with a resourceful child, some resource that you need. So when we do emotion wheel therapy, when we do emotion wheel, what we do is we tell you to go back in time and feel when you were happy. We all have felt happiness at least once, no matter how miserable life is, but we all have felt happy at least once in life, or we all have felt the feeling of feeling content or feeling of gratitude or whatever it is. So whatever resource that we need right now in our life to move forward, I'm sure we all must be going through something at the moment. It might be health, it might be work, it might be relationship, it might be anything. So today you're going to connect with that child. Yeah, of course, you can have multiple inner children, not only 2 or 3, multiple. So when we do deep inner child healing, we see that for one issue, so many inner children come up. Like, so when we do regression, in regression, we have a circle therapy we do in which we have, like, we tell you to invite all your inner children who went through this feeling of unworthiness or the feeling of, and then we make sure that the inner children, they feel happy and content, and then eventually you connect. So, and even for different issues. So if we are working on weight, a 7-year-old can come in. And if you're working with unworthiness, a 7-year-old can come in, and it can be the same situation as well, like your mother being rude or not understanding you as a child's perception, and the child feels frozen. So the moment the child starts piling up, it can become weight. The weight that the extra weight that we have on our body, sometimes it's protection. So for different issues, we can have multiple inner children as well. It doesn't have to be one inner child for one issue. There can be multiple as well. So it was a really good question. Thank you for asking that. Do inner children traumas affect a person's academic? Of course it does, because as I tell a lot of people, that you can't work under stress. So if you are, there are people who feel pressured, who feel extremely overwhelmed when there is pressure. So not that they're not intelligent or they can't do things. It's just that they cannot perform under pressure, because there is a child who's extremely scared. So when we deal with that child, eventually you will see that you'll be able to handle your exam stress or your work stress really well, because you become an integrated adult. Of course, it really affects your work. It really affects your academic progress as well. Of course, it does. So are you all ready to get connected with your resource today? I'm really excited to facilitate you and take you there. Whatever you all need, whatever you all are going through, I really don't know. Whatever resource that you need, I'm going to facilitate you today so you can connect with your resource, the resource that is already within you. Most welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for holding space for everybody. It really means a lot. So get ready, sit in a nice, comfortable place. You guys have I give you 2 minutes to sit in a nice, comfortable place where nobody disturbs you for next 10 minutes. You're fully comfortable. And we will start exactly 11 o'clock. So when we talk about, so let me tell you my experience. So the first inner child healing that I had on myself, I was my class demo when I was studying. I was a few years ago, I didn't know what it was, and I didn't know what's going to come up when I was on that hypno chair. But that inner child healing was actually a magical experience for me. Because when I used to say that, oh, I feel I don't have that much confidence, I don't feel I'm so, I can do this, I can do that. But with that one session, a lot of things shifted for me, a lot of things. So that's why this is too close to me. It's too close to my heart. And I really respect and love my inner children as well. Whenever they get triggered, whenever they show themselves to me, I'm like, okay, fine, I'll deal with you, don't worry. And I'm saying that to you as well, because we all are humans, we all get triggered, we all have problems going on, we all are on a journey of self-development, of evolvement. We all want to be free. And how we are going to live this free life? By being self-aware. That's the key. The more we are aware of the patterns, the more we are aware of what's going on around us, trust me, nothing will trigger us. The more we will connect with our internal self, inner self. And that's spirituality, that's inner child, that's us, and that's where we all are going. So let's start with the meditation. I'm turning on some music so you can all relax. So just breathe. Breathe into the rhythm of your body. And as you breathe, relax. And as you are relaxing, today, I suggest you to set an intention with the divine force up there, whatever source that you're looking for, whatever that you want to shift in your life, whatever it is. If you're looking for love, I pray that you get love. If you're looking for abundance, money, I pray that you get abundance. If you are struggling with your health, I pray that you get a good health, because that's your divine right. But right now, just take a nice deep breath and just close your eyes and connect with your internal space and see what you want and set an intention for yourself. Because it's how deeply you ask for it. The deeper your intention is, the sooner you'll be able to manifest it as you surrender. So just breathe into the rhythm of your body. Breathe in from your nose and breathe out from your mouth. And allow each and every cell of your body to relax, to completely relax. As you allow yourself to relax, feel a vibration, a relaxation going into your body and relaxing each and every cell of your body. And as you do that, allow your body to release all the stress, all the tightness, whatever it was that was stopping you to move forward in life, to release with this breath that you're going to take now. So breathe in from your nose and breathe out from your mouth. Once again, breathe in from your nose and breathe out from your mouth. Very good. Very good. Because this is the shift that you've been looking for. Just tell yourself, I'm so proud of you. And now, as you do that, imagine that you're walking in a forest. It is a beautiful forest, lush green grass. It's just so calming and so beautiful. And you're feeling so relaxed in this environment. You feel happy here, and as you walk, you're walking towards a waterfall. You're walking forward. And as you're walking forward, You feel very, very relaxed. Very, very relaxed. With all the love and gratitude towards yourself, towards the divine force, keep on walking towards this waterfall. And as you walk towards this waterfall, no matter how hard it was, no matter how challenging it was, you are so grateful to your journey because you all are on self-development journey. You're all self-aware. You're ready to get there. And it is so magical. Keep on walking towards this waterfall. Keep on walking. And as you walk, you feel gratitude in each and every cell of your body. You feel that you're opening up. You feel that your heart chakra is opening up to love, to this new beginning that you've been waiting for so long. And now you're very close to this waterfall, very, very close. And as you go close to this waterfall, you will see your resourceful inner child is coming out, stepping out of this waterfall, a young version of you, maybe the version that you've forgotten about. She's so fragile, she's so beautiful, she's so pretty, or he's so innocent. Whatever age that your mind is telling you, trust it. Whatever resource that you're looking for, if that resource is love, you're going to see that she came in this world with a lot of love. If that resource is innocence, you will feel that we all had innocence once. But as we got conditioned, we forgot about it. We all were free-flowing. We all were free-flowing. And it is such a beautiful feeling to feel free. So connect with that inner child. Connect with that part of you. For some of you, it might be as young as a newborn. Or for some of you, it might be as like 3-year-old or a 7-year-old or a 10-year-old. Whatever your mind is telling you, it's fine. Accept it and be open to it. And as you bring her or him close to you, give her a nice hug, a very nice hug, and tell her or tell him, I love you. I'm so sorry it took me so long to come, but I really need you right now. I really need this innocence. I really need this free-flowing surrender. I really need this, whatever resource that your inner child is here to give you, because that is going to take you forward in life, take you forward in your magical journey, because we all are living this beautiful magical journey, trust me. So bring this child close to you and give her a nice hug and feel that resource. If it is innocence, feel it in your body, feel it in your heart, in your mind, whatever resource that you're getting, feel it on your shoulders. Whatever it is, release it with this breath that you will take with me right now. So breathe in from your nose and breathe out from your mouth. Very good. And allow this magical child to be with you. And as you hug him or hug her, look into her eyes and see what resource is coming. Sometimes, as we grow old, we forget how to surrender because we try to control things so much. So maybe it's time to learn or maybe unlearn what we've learned and get back into the free-flowing nature, free-flowing of a child that we all need. And as you give that child all the love, you feel that your heart chakra is opening, your solar plexus is so aligned, it's opening. You feel so aligned. There's a wave of energy that's coming down from your crown and it's traveling down into your feet. And you feel fully aligned. And now take a nice deep breath with this resource that you've gotten from your inner child. Thank him, thank her, and ask her, it's time for you to come in me because I need you. And with all the love, enter her in your body. Take a nice deep breath and just imagine this inner child is entering your body with the resource that you need right now. The beautiful resource that you need right now. And as this resource enters your body, feel this resource and in each and every cell of your body, in your heart, in your solar plexus, in your legs, each and every cell of your body. Amplify it, feel it fully. Feel it fully. The happiness, the comfort. And as you do that, with all the love and gratitude towards divine, with all the love and gratitude towards your inner child, towards your journey, whenever you're ready, open your eyes and come back to here and now with this resource that you need right now, with a beautiful smile on your face. So welcome back. Take a nice deep breath, integrate yourself fully. It surely was a magical session. I felt each one of you holding space for each other.